Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 17, Week 5. With me here today, we have the Dr. Dota Randy.
Yeah, and we have the Black Bee.
We also have the Black Bee. We do. Oh yeah, there we go. Taking a look at Stellar Caribou, the Untitled Lonewolf team. The Canada PMA is trying to argue that it was not Untitled, but it's a default name, Canada. Stellar
That's a
Caribou
banner. Come on.
taking on Black King Barbecue, the In the Pool team. The Untitled Lone Wolf team, not one we've seen very much on casting because these guys never request their own games. Showing up here today with two stand-ins, so two stand-ins, not only two stand-ins, but a stand-in pause 1 and stand-in pause 3. So it's going to be an interesting game to see how that comes along, how they get around that fact. Black King Barbecue, only a stand-in. Well, I was going to say only a stand-in on their pause 1, but we saw how Tybor reacted last time he was asked to play pause 3, so I'm guessing probably not doing that. Probably some kind of lane swap going on here.
5 seconds remaining.
Which wouldn't be surprising. I don't think In the Pool is like I think he plays all the core roles somewhat frequently. Skywrath Mage, an interesting first pick to be sure. Definitely for Maniac, who's even sponsored by Skywrath Mage. Interesting to ban the Doom out. I gotta be honest, and again, no... Well, okay, that's a really bad second pick.
Let's go.
I've got to be honest, I mean no disrespect to number 1 Frank Stan when I say this, but the Doom has felt more like a disaster than a positive for the BK Barbecue. I think you let that one through, to be honest with you.
10 seconds remaining.
But DK is here.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Oh, the Twitch does not embed correctly as a video right now. That's a little strange. Oh well. I assume most people are probably going to click the link anyway. Shoutouts to Discord for having weird issues like this from time to time.
5 seconds remaining.
They're banning out the Viper, which is good. I mean, like, Viper means that DK has literally no game. I think you would kind of ideally also want to get rid of the Hoodwink if you're in the pool right now, because those are the two absolute number 1, like, if these guys get through, DK is gone. Unfortunately, you did also pick him into Skywrath Mage, which is also kind of nightmarish, so there's that. You know, if this is a pause 5 Skywrath against a pause 3 Dragon Knight, he's just not going to have a lane phase, he's going to get owned. At least if the execution comes out right, but like I think I have faith in Maniac that he could probably play a lane right as Skywrath Mage. Like I trust him that much. It's probably going to be Canada PMA on it, or not Canada PMA, Canada on it, Canada PMA 5, Maniac 4. I doubt they swap it out for that, but still going to be pretty nasty in the early. Gonna pick up the VS here, which will at least help to some degree against the early game. Alpha magic damage.
Yeah, the early game alpha mill, yeah.
It's true.
10 seconds remaining.
Sent and received some alpha mail my time, you know.
Radiant team pick.
Timber saw coming out. Well, that is on the list of heroes. I mean, DK kind of has no games. That's pretty unfortunate. Also, something that's a little hard to completely counter in this particular patch. You can do bad things to it, but with the DP gone, that's really your only chance to completely get rid of Timber, is through the DP, for the most part. Treant and Timber is a little bit of an awkward combo, though.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah, no, it's fucking bad for morale. He's gonna be scared of his own team.
5
It's true.
seconds remaining.
It's going to be a very scary game to not have BKB so far. It's going to be really rough on DK before he gets one, which is a little annoying, because really, the highlight of your game as DK is in that time before the BKB comes out. And you're kind of losing all that. The idea is that you have a strong early game, you get the BKB, and you can therefore use your strong early game to continue being dominant while you have it for a while. Here, not so much the case. Here he's going to be rough, he's going to have to be playing defensive, he's going to have to be doing a lot of split pushing and hoping to God nobody comes after him, and that's not quite what you want to have happen to you. They're going to pick the Hoodwink themselves here, which is interesting. Not a bad hero into Timbersaw. It's not as bad as it seems like it should be. It seems like you're giving him trees, and that's annoying and all that, but you have a pretty annoying break. It is not hard to dodge if he knows he's coming, but he doesn't always know that. The net is pretty much a guaranteed hit on him. You're pretty much guaranteed to get the maximum like stun with the net. And the Acorn is one of those annoying sources of physical damage that doesn't start up your reactive armor stacks. So, to that end, and because you can also assume Treant Protector is going to be much the same way, not a bad pick here. That is somebody who's going to enable somebody to kill Timbersaw rather than do the job herself, necessarily, mind you. It's kind of a thing with Timbersaw. It's something I didn't really talk about, I think, last time we saw it, is that there are some heroes with that specific matchup. Here's Faceless Void, so he probably can. Heroes with that specific matchup where it's like, you know, you have heroes that enable you to kill Timbersaw very easily, and heroes that can actually do it. Right? And, sometimes we've seen, like last week in the Code Line game, we saw Batten and Axe, which can both make Timbersaw really easy for somebody else to kill, but don't really do it themselves. Hoodwink is in that front. Faceless Void is a good addition to that combo. VS with Void, pretty strong, I think, in general. Especially in the way that if you have like a VIP that gets locked in Void's Chrono, you can just bail them out. Have VS take it instead.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, ideally, you would just rather not have somebody in the Chrono to begin with, obviously. But those things are going to happen sometimes, gives you a little insurance. My King Barbecue is definitely going to be building strongly around their mid in this game, that much is certain. Unless it's a mid DK, and I sure hope for his sake it's not.
The mid Invoker.
Mid Invoker, huh?
It's Spanish.
Ah, but... Okay, it's banned, never mind. No, yeah,
It's
it
just,
is. Oh, that's weird. This kick slide is getting
it's not that funny of a. It's not that funny of a Invoker game anyway, I guess, because you only have the Chrono. Don't really have much more draw range here. Alright.
It's going to be very rough, and it's going to be very not rough at the same time. On one hand, if it's DK pause 3, Draw gets a free lane. She gets a very free lane, and it is very unlikely that you get her in the Chrono along with like, really any of these other people. She's just not really going to be standing at the same part of the fight as Timbersaw or Treant Protector, so that's the good news. The bad news is if she gets Chronoed, she dies. That's, like, pretty much the long and short of it. And of course, the downside with Faceless Void is that that's just kind of a universal constant, really. Like, quick, Randy, name all the pause 1s besides Wraith King who survived Chronosphere.
Not bad.
Anybody else?
Dire team ban.
Anybody else? Troll Warlord, potentially? Heal? That's it. Slark,
Dire team
if he is quick.
Those are all guys who survive it with skills as well, which are not always necessarily going to have off cooldown or have gotten off in time for the Chronosphere. If you're Slark, if you don't hit R or your Char before the Chronosphere drops, you're dead. Right?
Yeah.
So,
10 seconds.
in a way, it is, unless you're specifically going to go the Wraith King for that reason, it is probably not a bad idea to not overthink that. Though I definitely feel like I mean, again, I hate to say it, I think I would have just preferred to see the Wraith King here. What's wrong with Wraith King in this game, right? Like, you get an annoying break, that's about it. And if you are somebody who's annoying to break, then she's already got like 4 break targets to worry about, right? You get broken, Timbersaw's not, so...
Well, sure, but you don't want to be tanking spells as a pause 1 necessarily.
That's true. But on the other hand, that's not like Wraith King losing his lifesteal for one of the 2 lies is not really that bad. Pangolier coming out here. I mean, I guess it's just going to be
Again?
another thing
Again with
that's...
this Pango gaming?
Yeah. It's going to be another
Drew's
thing
bad.
that's not, like, going to be in the same place. So really, Drow, Pangolier, and Timbersaw are going to be in 3 very different parts of the fight, right? Like, you're never going to chrono more than 1 core at once. The only issue with this is that you're also not going to be able to, like... Unless Drow is outside of the chrono, then you're not going to be able to stop it. If Drow gets chrono, these guys can't do anything about it, except look angrily. Like, maybe early on in the game, Pangolier can throw knives at it. Maybe you'll get the funny situation where Void starts a chronosphere and then gets disarmed, but like that...
He doesn't have disarm anymore.
He doesn't?
I don't think he does. Okay, hold on. Let me verify this.
What the hell is
Lucky
passive
shot.
do otherwise?
Grants a chance to drastically slow their attack speed and reduce armor on any damage dealt by Pangolier's attacks or abilities. So you get 160 attack speed reduction at max.
Okay, so 160 attack speed
Essentially.
reduction isn't a disarm, but for the purposes of Chronosphere,
be,
might
yeah.
as well be, yeah. So early game, maybe you get the odd game where we're gonna have a core winner over on this team. Maybe early on you get the odd game or the odd chrono where Pangolier is going to be able to get a de facto disarm in, or
Well,
Treant
it's
Protector
not
is going to be able
160
to.
the game because nobody maxes that. You max that spell less.
Or you
Early
might
it's like 40.
You might get the odd chrono where, like the early chrono, where Treant Protector is able to save Drow with the healing. But outside of that, it's going to be like, Drow can't be in the chrono, or she's dead. How do you not get Drow in the chrono in this game? How do you like stop the Void from letting that happen?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I think it just happens.
We also have a core Wyvern, by the way.
Especially considering, yeah, you also have a Wyvern who's gonna bother the other side of the fight if Drow's chronoed.
I will say it is going to be a very tough core game for the Wyvern. I think. I don't like Wyvern into a Skywrath Mage ever, to be honest with you. And the pool's last game was a loss. I don't like Winter Wyvern into Skywrath Mage ever, to be honest with you. And being a core does not really change that much. Oh look, number 1 Frank Stan has.
You don't use that spell as a core. You don't even level it.
Yeah.
Just go stats.
I mean, the problem isn't Popsicle. The problem is all you do is cast. If you can't cast, you don't do anything.
That's true.
Oh look,
Simply buy eggs.
Kitty and number 1 Frank Stan are they both have that clan tag right now. I think it's going to be a Pos 3 Wyvern. Or maybe it's going to be a Pos 3 Hoodwink, but I'm betting it's probably a Pos 3 Wyvern.
Offlane Wyvern, alright.
Yeah, going to be sending Dragon Knight out to mid, which I guess makes sense to some degree. I think the reality of the situation is the Winter Wyvern is probably going to be a de facto Pos 2, and the pool is probably going to be a de facto Pos 3, and they don't want to lane Dragon Knight against Drow Ranger because that's like unwinnably bad.
30 seconds to battle.
Winter Wyvern and Hoodwink could be quite good against the Drow, so there's that. The problem is going to be what happens 5 minutes later. Like, yeah, you own Drow in lane, but she flash farms, and once you get into the mid game, it's a little questionable what your utility is going to be at that point. With so many ways to just get rid of you so easily. I mean, here's one thing for you: Winter Wyvern. It's never going to be, I mean, building the bracers, there's that at least. Never going to be accused of being the world's tankiest hero. Against Mr. Timbersaw, that's a little bit of a hard sell. I don't know. Well, with that being said, I guess it's time to do the roll call, everyone's favorite part of the cast. So, on the Untitled Lone Wolf team, Pause 1 worming her way onto the live show once again is Kitty. Pause 2, you've got Captain of the team Lone Wolf on the Pangolier. Pause 3, you've got Doughboy standing in for Luth on the Timbersaw. Pause 4, you've got Maniac on the Skywrath Mage. And Pause 5, you've got Canada PMA on the Treant Protector. Okay, Treant Protector's kind of solo owning this lane, actually. No, never mind. Canada PMA is now the one who's getting owned. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, Yeah, Kitty walked up there to try and stop the first blood. Getting very low. Okay, luckily that
Did
acorn goes a long
actually
way.
stop the first one. Well done.
Yeah, that was really scary. She did prevent the first blood on the Treant Protector. She almost got it on herself, so always a little bit awkward. On the other side of the coin, on the Black King Barbecue lineup, Pause 1 is usually in the pool, but today it's Tybor. No tips for Tybor this week, please, on the Faceless Void. Pause 2 in the pool on the Dragon Knight. Captain of the team, usually the Pause 1. Pause 3, you've got number 1 Frank Stan, also known as Jill, also known as the Winter Wyvern in this game. Pause 4, you've got S-Culture 3 on the Hoodwink. And pause 5, you've got Ohio Turnpike, also known as John Fortnite Kennedy, also known as VS in this game. Okay, so Kitty is sadly not going to be able to lay this first blood forever at bot. Eventually Tree goes in, decides, I
Yeah.
want to heal.
Yeah, aggroed. Yeah, aggroed for the hoodwink. Got killed.
And then I miss this kill at top when the Vengeful Spirit suddenly dies. You know, usually I kind of favor Void into Timbersaw. He does a lot of magic damage with this time lock that your armor does not care about. He can very easily... Because, Timbersaw's thing is usually he does lots of damage infrequently, and Faceless Void is awesome at dealing with that. Good tree cut there. That was almost very bad. I've actually committed mass deforestation here at the top lane. But, while usually I would favor the Void versus the Timbersaw, I think the VS and the Skywrath Mage in that matchup really changed things. Like, the Skywrath Mage makes Faceless Void actually mortal, or at the very least makes it so that Void can't just guaranteed get rid of all the damage, Oh, good dodge. Can't guarantee get rid of all the damage, because if Void gets silenced at the wrong time... Wow, Dragon Knight and... I missed a kill again! Dragon Knight and Pangolier both getting very low at mid, which distracts me, makes me look there. I missed the kill Treant got on Hoodwink here at bot. Number 1 Frank stand now in an awkward part of this lane. Kitty says my my Treant Protector can do it. She's probably right to do that. This Void having a bad time so far. Lowest amount of last hits in the server. This is not a hero, I don't think, that you really want to, like... you can come back, but you don't want to come back. This is not a flash farmer at base. He needs an item to do it, so you'd really rather not fall super behind here. He's got to be careful not to fall off the board, or else he's not going to have impact for a very long time. We've kind of seen this season what happens to Faceless Voids who end up in that scenario. They don't do too good, historically. Treant Protector took such a small amount of damage from those almost nothing. Is within the margins of error. So far has been mostly just two guys casually. Oh, Kitty! Oh, she's solo.
Okay.
Oh my God, she's solo. Number 1 Frankston is gonna die for it though. She can't be too. She can't be coming too far out. She definitely can't be chasing the Hoodwink on that kill, but you're still rather low. Treant has very kindly donated a tango to her. She's now going to eat and presumably be okay, so I'm going to stop watching her for a second.
She's not okay?
Ooh, Treant got his heal
living
there.
armor.
Yeah, living
Easy.
armor, the last possible second there, coming out, getting leveled and used there. So Kitty is gonna live, but Kitty cannot be too happy about having to sit here with 9 HP for so long in this lane. She had a pretty distinctive advantage over the
She gets this wave under tower, so it's actually
not too bad, I guess. But well, she misses part of this wave because she has to gust there. In fact, she misses the entire wave under tower.
unfortunate. Yeah, she would have gotten the wave under tower.
Yeah,
That's kind of a hard one, I guess.
Treant may be playing a little bit too aggressively right now. Like,
Top lane.
yep, Ohio Turnpike.
These guys terrorizing this lane up here.
Yeah, Doughboy. It's actually shut up to a game this week. Doughboy is kind of rocking and rolling so far in this lane. I guess it's not too surprising. Most last hits, most denies, kind of in full control, and I mean it's not that surprising. Again, like I said earlier, the Faceless Void likes landing into a Timber Saw. That's no big deal for him. Really, really does not enjoy old Skywrath Mage quite so much, especially being played by Maniac, a guy who knows what he's doing with it.
Dire's middle tower is
Did I call that earlier? I think. Oh no, I did call that. I think. Those of haste dropped here, says Drow Ranger, hoping for Treant Protector to pick them up and then show up here. And what do you know? Drow did get her Gloves of Haste. How about that? Good job, Canada. Oh, it's a little low here. There's the mage spending some time out of the lane here to stack some camps, and they're taking good advantage of it. It's likely going to have to pop that salve, yep. Well, Treant's level of aggression is becoming more and more acceptable as this lane is going on, which is very nice. Probably was a little too crazy to start this game out. Got Drow in a lot more trouble than perhaps she needed to be. But the good news is that as this lane has gone on, the things have started equalizing. It's gone a little bit more perhaps how Canada would like it to be. That was an awkward multi-shot. Gone more how Drow would like it to be. To the point where the Treant is now just kind of making space, and it's pretty hard to deal with. If only Skywrath Mage just randomly walked over to that camp right now. The Faceless Void might legitimately just be dead. Oh, he might be dead anyway. Nope. Nope, just barely not. In fact, Treant Protector's actually going to be the dead one instead. Just being aggro once again. Void is the first person in the top lane to level 6 who's at least. You know, somebody's quite low, like Drow at bot, but probably not where he wants to be. Somebody's quite low.
This Wyvern does 85% of Drow's HP bar in one Arctic burn. Oh man. Despair.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like, you can be pretty confident that, oh no, wrong guy, Maniac. That's a little upsetting.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
A bit of a question mark, but you know.
The chrono was fine if you just ran.
Yeah.
Run.
So, first chrono of the game gets 2 kills. That's the good news.
Yeah. Sure does.
I don't know. I don't know so much about it beyond that. 2 down, which is probably exact way Doughboy wanted to end this lane phase, and unsurprisingly is sitting there now at the top of the net worth charts. Really doesn't have that much to worry about for a long time, but somebody who does have something to worry about is Kitty, who has just died to the Winter Wyvern, and that has in fact put her at last place for the Corv in the net worth chart, which is a little annoying. You don't even have this bounty rune. We'll probably have it soon, at least. Yeah, well, I mean, this lane phase has gone pretty bad for both of the pause ones, which is ultimately probably better for the Drow, because the Drow can multi-shot things and get money, and Void needs an item to do that, and he is not really too close to one. He's gonna have Mask. That's gonna make him a little better at hitting creeps, but not that much. Not anywhere close to Drow. Saw posturing very aggressively up here. All they had to do is just hit all their buttons on poor JFK here, and he loses like half his HP. Does not know this, I think, but they are positioning this wave to try and just go under tower for him. Timbersaw? 300 ping or what? Timbersaw 300 ping or what? Call your shocking, bro. Okay.
He's waiting to be in a position where he can draw it back, I guess.
Well, he was waiting, and unfortunately for him, that waiting cost him like half his mana bar. Tybor,
What can you do? He's
Tybor
fine. He's got
absconds.
orcs.
Just skips town, goes to bot lane here. Honestly, if I were this team, I think I would probably be heading bot lane with more than just that guy, but... So Maniacs come down here. Skyrath Mage. Pangolier is coming over here from mid, but he's quite banged up in the process. It is notable that Dragon Knight is second place on the net worth chart, so at least there's that. I do have a little bit of a question mark about his future outside of lane, like with the Wyvern for that matter in third. It's a little scary, but you know, that still has to be punished. They don't just get momentum or stop it by default, right? So Silence is going to be very scary to this Void. Bolt is going to come out, is not going to save. Okay. Very unfortunate there for Maniac.
Oh man.
Who drops the ult on 2, but they're like right between each other, perfectly spaced for it to not work out. But in the pool! In the pool is gone. Winter of Vern is gone. Hoodwink alone must now skip town. Raffle, says Chill. Couldn't have said it better myself. I don't really know what's so funny about that, but I'm sure it was kind of hilarious. It was a bit of a... Oh no. Seems like a good time to check chat. Let's see who's in today. Probably nobody, if I'm guessing, because most of the people who would usually be in chat...
My Timber Saw's taking some damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, Timber Saw already has a Veil of Discord, so it's not going to do it for him. Kitty did not have like her auto cast on, so she's not going to shred the guy.
Damage problems.
I mean, in fairness, you know, the Winter's Curse works much better the other way around. I guess it is kind of the problem with the Winter Wyvern. You were talking earlier about, you know, the Winter Wyvern messing with a fight when Drow's in the Chronosphere. What's the other side of the fight? But she's kind of ill-equipped to actually do that. This is not a game where Winter's Curse is going to do all that much for you. You know, you've got a guy who doesn't really right-click without skills, and a guy who doesn't really right-click at all. Right, so... Timbersaw getting mildly annoyed by the Faceless Void down here. They're at bot again. Timbersaw, queuing up that blink. You know, I still don't like it this early on Timbersaw. I'm sure there's some pro player who's like, this is the GOAT, but I don't know. I feel like unless you're at mid, you're just better off just getting a more substantial item. Which in this game, it's probably Shiva's Guard. And just relying on your Timber Chain.
Got in the pool.
Yep. Got Lone Wolf getting chased around as well.
Currently failing to kill a tree on 1v1.
Hey, he got the Treant! He got
him, yeah.
the Treant, Randy. It's fine.
Yeah.
Drow got a kill there. But I can't imagine Drow herself is all that thrilled. She's still at the bottom of the charts here. Still behind even the Void. Just still have
minutes. If she's still there, then that's the concern. But I don't
Yeah.
care yet if I'm a Drow. Okay, Lone Wolf. Oh, the Winter's Curse. Alright.
It doesn't even do anything. It just buys them a second and a half. Diffie Blade coming out. That's a nice little utility of it right there. It is going to get rid of that Winter Wyvern real short order. You know, thinking about it,
cool.
this Disperser is probably like ridiculous on old Pangolier. Surprised we haven't really seen that from who's been playing him so far. JFK, blown away. What else do I have to say? Oh crap, my mouse. Oh, double crap my mouse. I think that... God damn it. Oh no! Oh no, my goddamn mouse. There we go. Problem solved.
Playing ring around the rosy.
Yeah, luckily
He's
nothing
about
that
to die,
interesting
though.
happened. Trio
Rest in
Protector.
peace.
Wastes a little time, dies to the Void, which is not what you want to have happen as a result of that, but at least wastes a little time in the process. 4 people up there at that T2 as a result of that. Pangolier now in 2nd place as a result of that, perhaps. There we go. Doughboy doing himself a big ol' ancient stack here. Honestly, I would have rather gotten this, but that's fine.
Oh, see, I told you the Wyvern build. Don't level that spell. Easy.
There you go. There's a Mage Slayer already, so there's that.
Yep, very good. Mind you, also, I believe, disables the damage bonus on multi-shot, so you just get your base damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Which is
It
nice.
doesn't disable it, it lowers it, I guess,
Yeah.
more accurately.
You get closer to base damage is a better way to put it. Until she gets BKB up anyway.
Plus, you know, Timber hates Mage Slayer, Sky hates
Yep.
Mage Slayer.
This is a big Mage Slayer game. Well, the numbers are quite a lot here.
Smoke.
Interesting decision to not swap on the Timber Saw here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Gonna glyph and put living armor on this tower. JFK and VS are gonna start running for their lives. Well, JFK and Jill are gonna start running for their lives. Winter's Curse comes out, almost kills the Skywrath, but again, it's Timber Saw. He's not exactly a right-clicking specialist. These two are gonna go down. It does require both of the Timber Saw, not the Timber Saw, both the Treant and the Pangolier ults, but Timber Saw's a little crazy going for the DD Dragon Knight like this, and I guess it's working out because he's heading for the hills. Okay, this could be big if they get it. Faceless Void caught here in the jungle, but DK is going to just walk right up here and be fine with it. They're doing a good job always staying around the Faceless Void. It's not going to be possible for these guys to really catch him without going through the rest of the team first, and that's a pretty hard thing to actually do. The chief concern that I have with the Drow Ranger's place on the scoreboard isn't that she's like behind right now, it's that Void is catching up faster than she is.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Which is a little scary. I mean, like I said earlier, if Drow's in the
Void has less time
Chronosphere...
to win the game, so...
What?
Void has less time to win the game.
There you go. Drow's in a Chronosphere, she just dies. I don't think that ever really changes. I mean, I guess she could get A on disc if she wants, but...
Should be playing around Chrono more in general, like, it's kind of
Dire's
awkward.
top tower is under attack.
And Void's also a little
Radiant's
behind,
middle tower is
so...
under attack.
It's not like
Sure.
Void has 15k net worth and Mjolnir or something.
That's all true. But it does feel like that in an ideal situation, Drow would have at least been caught up by now. I think you would rather want to, like, be able to come out first here as the Drow Ranger. Because I think
Well, probably, but...
your risk for waiting's a lot higher. If Void comes out first, he can really wipe up your team. So if you, you need to, it's weird as it is to say, you need to be there to pressure him so he doesn't just chrono the rest of your guys and get a 4 kill, you know what I mean? Does have his Maelstrom now. Doughboy's getting ping. Lots of pings coming out, actually. Dragon Knight hits ult, walks 3 steps. Canada PMA knows it's a smoke gank. Stands actually in an awesome position. They just completely eliminate the winner over him from play. Very good from Canada PMA. Faceless Void is in this, gets 3 in the Chronosphere, is gonna be happy just to get rid of the Skywrath Mage. The Dragon Knight goes in on the Pangolier, does literally nothing.
Dire's middle tower
Boy, getting assaulted on the back line, but all the guys who can actually catch him are so far away. Chasing a squirrel instead.
Another strong timber game.
Yep. I mean, what can you do? That was a. I mean, I guess that's why they're not. Okay, Canada PMA tried to keep chasing this after all this died. That's why they're not playing around the Chronosphere, I guess, because they can't actually kill anybody in it except supports. And they can't win the fight without killing Timbersaw right now. Or at least eliminating him from play. He did at least very quickly follow up the Blink Dagger with the Shiva's Guard. Which is kind of going to just kind of have the opposite effect, you know? Just whatever the Mage Slayer slays, the old Shiva's Guard is just going to get your magic damage, or your spell damage, right back to normal. Well, not right back to normal, but it's going to take out around half of it. Half of the debuff, I should clarify. Skywrath Mage has her out of Atos by now. Drow just can't get out of last no matter what she does. It's a very weird situation. It's like if Drow were even like, you know, one or two places higher, right? She's at least 4th place, so I'd be like, this is a very, very sold-looking game for Radiant. But I'm kind of worried at this point. Timbersaw is gonna fall off before Drow gets on. She just can't seem to get it out of 5th gear in this game.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pace of the game crawls to a halt.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably what you want as a Drow. Like, preferably, you want maybe like 25 more minutes.
Oh, there you go. DK going all in on this T1 mid. They're definitely having trouble getting past, which is kind of unfortunate when you've got a DK on your team. That's like 75% of what he does. He also has a Mage Slayer, for the record. But kind of awkward for the DK to not really be able to get through these T1s. This Treant Protector's just keeping them up. Keeping them up. Maybe Canada PMA has been secretly having super baller games off screen that we've never seen. Drag's out now on Drow. Maybe Canada PMA has been secretly having super baller games this season that we haven't been seeing because nobody's been requesting them. But so far this game definitely feels like a very strong performance out of them. Probably performance of the season that I've seen so far. First Roche down, Drow takes the Aegis. I predict this will likely be one of those farming Aegises. I don't really see what she does with this right now otherwise. That's probably fine. You're making Void Sweat if nothing else.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
Dire's strategy for dealing with these towers is to split these lanes up, as it turns out. And the Winter Wyvern is going to get rid of the T1 here, but she's also going to find out that that was the bravest TP. What were you thinking? She's also going to figure out that Pangolier has a Lincoln Sphere now, and it's no longer going to be very easy to just Winter's Curse in the middle of the ult. Good pickup on Lonewolf's part there, and good reveal that too, just got her for free. Well, not for free, took her ult, but not much more effort than that. I have no idea that DK is here. Well, they're gonna have it now. She ships past the Knight. Timbersaw just walks into the camp that Dragon Knight is doing. Okay. It's a little unusual.
is under attack.
He gets so far in before they realize he's there.
Tower is under attack.
It's like when that's like
Yeah, classic.
it's like a shower in a cartoon or something.
Is under attack.
Timbersaw walks all the way to into the bathroom and pulls out the curtains, and only then does Dragon Knight go, EEK! Manta style out on Faceless Void. At the very least, there's one good bit of news for the Drow Ranger. Even though she is still in last place, she's still keeping relative parity. Drow Ranger in a lot of trouble. Why'd he stop? Why'd he stop? That was a really bad Winter's Curse that almost saved the Timbersaw, and probably got the rest of her team killed as a result. That's not so good. Yikes! So much for Drow being at the bottom of the
Drow
scoreboard.
not in this game, or what? I mean, it's a Drow Ranger, like, it's kind of what you have to expect. Like, the Zero can take an inch and make it a mile, so like,
It's true.
as soon as...
That was so weird. Why? Here's the problem with that fight, though. Why did he stop going after the Drow? The Pangolier was throwing knives at him, but he didn't actually get the passive off, right? Like, that was very strange. If he just goes on the Drow there, Drow just dies. That's as disastrous for Radiant as it turned out to be for Dire. 3,561 gold passes into the hands of the Radiant here, primarily into Drow Ranger's hands. So Kitty is very happy with that. Why did he stop hitting her? That is a question mark of the ages.
Radiant's middle tower is
We
under
walking into
attack.
the DK, never mind. And as much as I did play in the Void, the Winter's Curse was like super not it. Basically just
Radiant's bottom
delayed
tower
Timbersaw's death by like 5 or 6 seconds.
I wasn't expecting
Just a loud disaster to come from it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it was 5 seconds. In the pool, finds Maniac here. DK walks right into Skywrath.
Radiant's
Timbersaw walks right into DK and says, "Oh, my good friend." DK is so unenthused at the prospect of meeting up with Timbersaw that he just immediately hits Manting and right-clicks T3. Timbersaw seen a lot of skills here. I believe that was the first VS ult of the game, and unfortunately that probably wasn't the one you wanted, though. Winter's Curse did about as much here. These Winter's Curses are coming out real weird. And Drow Ranger is just murdering everybody now.
Radiant's top tower is
Okay, so the time for Faceless Wood to win this game is past, I believe.
middle tower has fallen.
He still just kills her instantly in Chrono. The problem is he wasn't there. Well, the problem is last time is he killed her in the Chrono and then decided to spare her life, and boy is he still paying for that one. I believe he still is going to kill her in the Chrono. I don't believe that time ever really passes in this
It's like
game.
a Telltale game, you know? Spare Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger will
Yeah, that's
remember
true.
this.
That's true. Maybe in future games, Kitty will remember the gesture that Tybor has done for her here. Slowly going to poke it on uphill. JFK is going to walk a little bit in front of that and actually die. Okay, I was going to say almost die. The almost turned to actually. Drow Ranger's Aegis just expired. The Pangolier just got the Aegis out. Okay, well that's awkward. Chronosphere comes out, but only gets one. Only gets the Skywrath Mage and a Treon ult again. Big money from Canada PMA this game. He's he knows he's on candid camera, so he's got to be there. Very big ult from the Treon Protector, just gonna blue ball the hell out of the Chronosphere. Void gets the Skywrath Mage, only barely. Has to spend so much time doing it that Drow gets to, like, nearly kill her, and then he gets silenced when he gets done, like.
Oh. Call it, guys.
Yeah.
Has fallen.
Tybor has now learned the very valuable lesson that you can't Chronosphere anybody but the Drow Ranger in this game. That doesn't work. Drow putting a little Fear of God into these guys.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, that's a very charitable way to put it.
Middle barracks
Missing a Gus.
Yeah, got the gust on one. And they did indeed go back home, so the Fear of God was
Sure.
inserted.
It was.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Tyre just lost their bot T1? Okay. I didn't even know it was still up. Timbersaw got
Faceless Wood
SMK.
cares not for this nonsense. I don't blame him necessarily, but
So in the pool, just walked back into that Shiva's Guard. That could be pretty bad. Oh my
multi-shot.
god. The Shiva's Guard with the multi-shot combo is devastating here. DK only barely gets to get out.
Faceless Tybor's so not interested right now. He's like, I'm farming.
I mean, he doesn't have Chrono, so.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. I'm not blaming him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
DK. Okay, that wasn't the gust. Not like it matters anyway, I guess. Okay, Void is here. Chrono's up soon. 7 seconds until Chrono. So they need to
Yeah.
stick around. Yeah, they're gonna have to leave now. Well, Maniac is quite low as well.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
He's just standing here. Sure, yeah, he's just standing here.
Occur.
Yep, I knew that was coming, dude. I
my.
just saw that and I was like, this is big. And Tybor... Oh,
He's not
just
dead.
barely.
Can't kill her in Chrono.
Just barely getting out of there thanks to the Lone Wolf.
Oh man, Lone Wolf, yeah. Let's see, you cannot
But-
kill Drow in Chrono, is what we learned.
Yep. Well, you can't kill Drow and Chrono if you get hit with the Pango stuff.
Yeah, which is gonna happen every time.
Not necessarily. The debuff is still luck-based, but yeah. They still got a route out of it, and they still got the support, so it's still a win for the
Yes,
Dire,
you
dropping
should
nothing for it.
You should expect it to happen every time, that's the way I put it.
Yeah, there we go.
If you play it without expecting it, you'll get hit by it every time. You have to assume it's gonna happen to you.
It's true, Drow Ranger is, got her Claymore here. She's kinda got, like, most of a butterfly going on. Is this how you make this? No. This is an... Oh, no, wait, what the hell? Claymore is... Okay. Bro, why do they... why are items like this? Why does Ice Frog not let good enough alone? They make butterflies with claymores now. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I guess it stands to reason. Canada just walked right past that wisdom room. For all that good stuff I said about him this game, that's Flame right there. This Dragon Knight just can't get out. Where did his sculpture even just die? Oh, he was up here, okay. I think just got popped by the Drow, like, blast thing, and wow, that VS is not even a hero in this
Dire's
game.
bottom tower is under attack.
Or JFK has been having a bit more of a
Bottom tower has
have a rough go of things here. 0-12-1. It's mostly just kind of been food. I don't know if this is the hero to run with him here in LD2L. Timbersaw gets a free Ag Shard just in time to go yell at this tower. Nice thing to have as this particular hero, you know.
top tower is under attack.
Well, it is split pushing top right now. Timbersaw getting rid of all the trees here because he wants to Timber Chain to nowhere. Uses the Ogre Seal Club, gets out of town, he's happy with this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sorry, the Ogre Seal Totem. We did show back up here for this, expecting a push in, but is not going to be finding it. Roche is up if they, the Radiant wants to do that. I would be surprised if they don't, frankly. Feel like, Aegis on Drow and this one's done, right? Like, surely. Butterfly is out, also came with a free Crystallis as well. It's in her pocket, I guess. Our Ranger wants to snake Wisdom. She might not like what happens to her here. No, they're not going to go past the triangle. Okay. Kitty has better things to do than Rose. She wants to get the Wisdom room. Alright. Gonna be a fairly free row. She did just roar, so they know he's doing it now. Or they know that he's being done now, I guess, maybe is a better way to put it. It was actually late, so she didn't get the effects of the dumb roar here, so.
There you go.
Drow takes Aegis, Timbersaw takes the cheese as if he's dying.
Probably the game-winning Aegis here. But
Probably. I mean, something horrific could happen, hypothetically, but There's no T3s left, Bub. You only get one Chronos here. Surprisingly, Void is not particularly close to Refresher Orb at this point. He's gotten himself a Satanic, so he's going to be hard to kill, at least. It's unlikely he's going to just kind of casually die in the defense, but... Timbersaw is going to be the first man to walk up here. And he's going to... Oh my god, almost die. Holy crap, that was quite the swap. And quite the ult from the Wyvern here. Tree ult on top of the Faceless Void. Drow's not really here for this. Oh my god, he's dead! Void's dead! Void is dead, so is Timbersaw, but Timber can buy back at least. They're backing.
Kind of. It's a fake back. Team Liquid.
If true, no, I think this is a real back.
It was a fake back, but then the popsicle happened. Oh, it's still a fake back?
They still do have Aegis on Drow. I think they want to get the Void buyback out, but they're not going to find anything. He doesn't have that. Pangolier casually taking out the Winter Wyvern on the sidelines, getting hounded now by the Dragonite for it, but DK can't actually really get the job done. They're having a hard time discerning illusion from reality, though.
The Zero does no damage to buildings, actually. Unfortunate.
Friendly heroes are coming back up. They still got a 30 seconds till Void reappears, but neither of these guys really have any way to get here very quickly.
There we go.
Yeah, part of it was that last time she was up here is she was going into it with the DK Dragon Breath. Okay, good swap.
DK.
Very good swap. Is actually going to provide the room to both save DK and actually get the Pangolier kill from having to stay there, go in on him. But well, the game wasn't won because uphill is ungodly right now, but it is looking very rough, the prospects of Void in this game. Though there isn't any bit of good news. Drow is now basically done. She needs shards of both the Aghanims and the Moon variety. Upgraded Blank, that's it. Found Tree here. Might be getting a little excited looking at Tree and Protector. Tree ult comes out. Tick-tock on the Drow Ranger. She still has Aegis. He's doing no damage. Oh my god, that's horrific. That's horrific. He is gonna live, but... Okay, well, DK doesn't do anything into this here, as it turns out. Arrow is gonna just keep living this. She still has Aegis for a minute 28. In the pool, dies up there. Maniac is saying, HELP! Drow's saying, no, I want to kill the Dragonite, he's already dead.
Is this good or is this bad?
She has Blank.
Okay, it's fine.
That was very awkward and a little wasted time. Maybe some bad communication there. The Drow Ranger going up top to fight the DK illusions after DK's already dead. Guess didn't see him die in the feed. Ace's Void got a Shadow Blade. Alright, going for Silver's Edge. Randy? Randy, you're a doctor,
Yeah,
right?
what? Yeah.
Do you think that the Silver's Edge here is a legitimate FDA-approved cure, or is that snake oil?
I think you can buy any item you want in this game, truthfully. Like, it's not gonna have a discernible effect on the result at this point.
There you go. But let's say hypothetically that we're not looking at it from that perspective.
Buy Hurricane Pike.
There we go. Well, let's say that Drow is willing to throw.
For timber, though. Like you buy it for timber. Like no matter what, if there's a timber on the enemy team, you buy Silver Edge on a +1.
Dusty says that's a grief.
Maybe it is, but it's what people do.
My question is it going to help him with the actual problem in this game? Is it going to help him with the drought problem? Or even really the Pango problem, who's starting to
Not
really become
necessarily.
one
I
at
mean,
this point.
if you can't kill Drow and Chrono, like, there's no point in breaking her after Chrono, because at
Yeah.
that point you've used everything you
That's
have.
kind of what I figure. Good ult on the Treon again. Canada on it today.
And also, I don't think this game's gonna go on long enough to be real with you. We'll see.
The Timber Saw never changes
Winner's
nothing.
curse.
The Winner's Curse on the worst imaginable target. Hoodwink is back. Chronosphere is out, but I mean... Okay, he's doing kind of a respectable amount of damage this time, but nothing more than respectable. Ultra kill for the Drow Ranger.
Rampage!
Let's culture! Let's culture! Give her the rampage! No!
Oh, you missed the multi shot. The choke.
Report us culture
Wow.
3. It's coming back out, party pooper.
Dire's structures
Yeah, I know. It's just shit's crazy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Look at Kitty's quick buy.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice. Goodbye. Oh my god. Poor
It's a rampage in
JFK.
our hearts.
Drow is TPing, and the pool is GGing.
Radiant
What a nice competitive game.
It all goes wrong at that Chronosphere, dude. In the reality where that Chronosphere, he didn't just stop hitting the Drow. Well, given how that game turned out in the end, they still probably lose, but at least he probably feels a little bit better about it. I think, if nothing else, the immediate thing is, I think, In the Pool has had some issues in the past with how he bans heroes, I think more than how he picks heroes. And I think maybe you kind of see it happening a little bit in this game. I can tell you this right now, if he doesn't ban out the support line in the next game, he's actually a nutcase. Skywrath did pretty much what you would expect the Maniac Skywrath to, was a pretty subtle Skywrath game, but he was a major pain in the ass for these guys. But the real story here is that Canada PMA was owning on this Treon Protector. Like, every time I looked at this guy, he was doing the right thing. And, I don't know if that's, maybe he's just having a good day today. Maybe he let his older brother, pick up the controller. I don't know. A very good Treon Protector game, and I think the support line here, with the Timber Saw, the 3 and Under Club, really made things very good, very just nice and smooth for Kitty and the Lone Ranger, Kitty and Lone Wolf here. Like, you know, they do very good as well, but like some of those Treon ults were like godly, and some of those Treon ults, Lone Wolf or Kitty just kill a million people as a result of them. Really well done on Untitled Lone Wolf team. Let's see what happens for them next game.